Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's me back again. Today I want to address the issue of parenting. I've decided to talk on this issue actually because of the generation we currently have and probably the next generation after the one which is doing out the generation of the 21st century. There is something called parenting. When I talk about parenting, I mean how we care about the children that we have. Parenting is a call, just like a career that somebody goes to school to learn or to take. That is something that he or she wants to be having, depending on, to get the daily bread or earn an income. The current generation are wasting the children, most of the parents. And I have to address this issue with a lot of concern. Now, most of the parents have been abandoning their children just to do things anyhowly, making the society to look weird, causing the rot of the society. Most of the parents, particularly in Africa, are coming in with the Western culture of protecting children, avoiding the punishment. Remember, it's even written in the Bible that whenever you've decided to spare the rod, the child will get spoiled. The current parenting procedure, whereby the parents are just giving children the gadgets, the devices, matched up with technology, like mobile phones, like laptops, like the devices being used to play games all along, plus the internet is making the African culture to go astray. The reason why I've decided to talk about this issue is because of things that are going on in the world currently, like the trending one called Airbnb. This happens mostly because we've abandoned, or rather most parents have abandoned their duty of being a good parent. As a parent, you should ensure that the child gets the basic needs, and should ensure that you are bringing up a good person to the society. I always hear that most of the people say that in Africa, the generation, or in my country, the children that were raised between 80, or rather 70, up to 90, are the ones that have been grown up with virtue and good morals. From there onwards, we don't have a generation, we don't have a society. The generation we are having currently, most people are awkward, particularly because the parents have ignored their responsibilities. Being a parent does not mean that you just provide the basic need. Does not mean that the child be protected against being harassed or abused by any other person, a stranger. It is done by majorly making the child grow up morally. First of all, to ensure that he will become somebody in the society. It has even spoiled the leadership that we are currently having in our nation. If you're a parent, listen to this carefully. Maybe somebody else have advised about this elsewhere. You've gotten the information. I may not be the first person or the second you are hearing this from for the first time. When we are raising up our kids, we should ensure that they follow the protocol. And majorly, there is something that has been brought to the institutions, that the students or the pupils should not be punished when doing wrong. In older days, in schools, pupils were being caned whenever a mistake has been done, whenever he has gone against the rules and regulations that are placed to govern the students or the pupil in a particular institution. But currently, if that one happens, a teacher is being sued, arrested, and even he or she may lose the job. This is one of the major things that is taking our society astray. It's one of the things that is making a mess, creating a mess actually to our nation. Because if a pupil has made a mistake, you want to punish the pupil, he or she gives you an excuse that my mother does not allow that, my dad does not allow that. It is not something that has been happening to us, because they are used to being nurtured in an Indomie way. Daddy, mommy, don't do that. Sweetie, auntie, shush, please, my mom, don't do that, whenever he or she wrongs. And therefore, they carry the culture from home, being nurtured in a way of like they can never be beaten, to the school. And it grows that way, it goes on that way. It is going to affect the society forever. When you are punishing a child, it doesn't mean that you hate the child, but it's upbringing, the good upbringing that you nurture in him or her, that you create in him or her. To me, what we call corporal punishment is not a wrong thing in schools, and it should be returned by the government for the society to be brought up, or to create a better generation for the future. Otherwise, there is nobody going to govern this nation or our continent or the future world at all. Bad businesses are going on in various countries, like the example I gave of Airbnb, which is trending right now. And it cannot be addressed in the right way. People have accepted the society to do the harlotry. The hoes are walking naked and everywhere. The websites that are being created